Hi, I'm Nathan Geisert, Western Nebraska. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I restore John Deere tractors, and my current project is a 1925 Spoker D with new old stock parts. And I've been collecting John Deere tractors and Model A Fords and other colors of tractors for years and years. And I probably got 40 tractors and a half a dozen Model A cars. So I've had this passion over the many years to restore these old tractors. And somewhere along the line, I started to acquire new old parts over the years. I'd visit old timers that had parts that were brand new that were never used. Some of them could be 80 years old, 50 years old, who knows. But by some of the tags, you can tell kind of how old they are. But so at one point, probably 20 years ago, I ran across a 1925 Spoker D transmission case. And I guess I've been working towards acquiring the parts to put that together as new old stock. And the day has arrived to where I'm going to try to get this project accomplished. It's going to turn 100 next year, and I'd like to have it done for next year so I can take it to some of the shows. This will be a journey, probably all winter long into the spring, of reassembling this tractor. Of course, there's a few parts that are possibly not be able to be found new again. So like the transmission case and the front axle and the rear axle coils and the wheels, things like that are probably not out there new anymore. But it is amazing what I have found new. And through this journey, I'll show in the videos those parts that I've found that are new, that have never been used, and still would be correct for a 1925 tractor. New old stock is new parts that have never been used. They've sat on the shelf for years and years. Some of them could be as old as the tractor is 100 years ago. And they were parts that were on dealer shelves or on farmer shelves that never got used but are still new. And through the collecting world, they have been found out there and passed around. And I have acquired the ones that would work in rebuilding this project. Probably not up until the last 5 years have I really intended on building this project. I was mainly just collecting these parts because it's amazing what you can find out there that's still new and not used. So I've probably traveled the surrounding states from Nebraska. I haven't gone much beyond that. There's probably 10 to a dozen fellas that I have bought parts from. And I bought parts over eBay and over Facebook. My philosophy in this tractor is not to repaint the new old stock parts that I'm going to put on. I'm going to leave them just as is. But the original used parts that I'm going to have to use, I'm going to sandblast and paint them old-time hue of the John Deere green from back in the day, which is a little drabber than what everybody knows as John Deere green today. But there's going to be a whole mismatch of colors on this tractor because through the years John Deere changed the paint color, and so it's going to be kind of a Frankenstein looking tractor, but it's going to keep the integrity of the new old stock parts that are being used. If somebody has a suggestion in what they think about this, I'm open to hear about it. And also, as far as parts that I don't have yet that are not new old stock, I'm going to be making a list of those and posting them. And will be asking the viewers for help in maybe finding some of those parts that I don't have yet to make the project complete.